Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of April 25th, 2018. I survived last week. Action Comics 1000 came out. I survived that. I even survived the beginning of this week shipping out or getting prepped the next wave of Action Comics number 1000 pre-orders. Been doing a lot of stuff with Action. Um, I was on spring break for my day job this past week, and me and the kiddos went up to Sparks, Nevada, to visit their grandfather. And needless to say, I got a sinus infection on the day we were supposed to leave and couldn't leave. And then luckily, I felt better. And so, we ended up going the next day and had a good weekend. While I was in Sparks, Reno, Nevada, I stopped in at two comic book stores. I checked two out while I was there. One was recommended to me from a Comics Conspiracy podcast listener who stopped into the store, who lives out there. And so I went to Comic Kingdom. It was a pretty interesting store. They had some pretty cool stuff. Their selection of back issues is okay. Their new release wall is alright. They have an okay trade section, but what the store mainly focuses on, it seems, was gaming. So, But it was an okay shop. The next shop I checked out was, I can't even remember the name. Oh gosh, it's blanking on me. I should have checked what that place was called. But I checked another one out that was in a mall-like area across from an IMAX theater. I'll look it up and let you guys know later. But it was basically kind of just a mall store. They had some paperback issues, some single issues, graphic novels, and a lot of t-shirts and other random merchandise. So it was an okay store. But But you're here for my pull list, so let's get right to it. First up this week, we have Batman and the Signal, number 3 of 3. This finishes Scott Snyder's and Patrick's basically Signal story, spinning out of metal. I've enjoyed the first two issues, so I'm curious to see how it ends. We'll see. Next up is Demon Hell is Earth 6 of 6. This has been an okay miniseries. Nothing too grandiose, nothing too, but it's not bad. So that's at least the good part. So I'm going to finish reading that, and then I'm probably going to purge the miniseries. So next up we have Detective Comics number 979, OMAC Attack. We're continuing the Batman Eternal story arc that's going on. Tyrion the Fourth has been doing a good job on Detective, so I'm curious to see how he brings OMAC into Detective Comics. Next up, we have The Flash number 45. This is after the storm, after the Perfect Storm story arc. So we'll see what goes on with that. But Joshua Williamson has been doing a really good job on this book, and Flash has just been really solid. Next up, we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, number 43, Dark Star Rising. I haven't actually read issue 42. I'm a little behind, but I'm curious to see how Vendetti is using the Dark Star, or is it Dark Stars? Yeah, the Dark Stars. So we'll see. Next up, we have Justice League of America, number 29. Steve Orlando's been doing a decent job on this book. Dawn of Time is the story arc that's going on right now. Justice League of America is going to be ending with all the No Justice stuff. It was a good run, and I've enjoyed it so far. Next up, we have Mara, Queen of Atlantis, 3 of 6. Abnett's been doing a good job giving us a Mara story. With what's happening, kind of in tandem with what's going on with Aquaman. So, really dig that book. Next up, we have Donny Cates' Redneck, number 12. It's an interesting read, so I'm going to keep going with it. Redneck Vampires, that's all you need to know. Next up is a book that we haven't seen in a while, but I've really enjoyed it, and that's Sacred Creatures, number 6. I don't remember when 5 came out, but I know that 4 came out in October of last year, so it's a little slow going. But they're thick issues. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is like super thick. $5. I love it. It's been a good, solid read. If you have not yet checked out Sacred Creatures, I do recommend it. I'm not too sure if there's a trade out, but if there is, I would snag that up and read it. It's good stuff. Next up, we have Saga 51. The 50th issue was the 50th issue, so now we're on to 51. But I love Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples' Saga. It is an amazing title. Next up, we have Shadow Man number 2, written by Andy Diggle. The first issue was interesting, so I'm curious to see where they go with issue 2, because the last few things of Shadow Man have not been the greatest. So, yeah. And next up we have Suicide Squad number 40. Shock and awe is going on in this story arc. Hack is apparently still pissed off at the Suicide Squad, which is understandable. I mean, Boomerang killed her. Spoiler. But yeah, I've been enjoying Suicide Squad. I think it might be going to monthly. I'm not sure. But once I know, I'll let you guys know. Next up, we have Teen Titans number 19. It ain't easy being green. Beast Boy, of course, is, going rampant and going all crazy because he kind of joined a techno cult thing. I don't know. Teen Titans is okay. It's one of those books that I'm not a big Teen Titans fan, so it's hard for me to get into the book unless it's a really good story. I really liked Jeff Johns' stuff that I read, but I didn't finish reading his stuff. But yeah, the Teen Titans is one of those teams that I'm like, we'll see. Next up is The Terrifics number 3. The first 2 issues of this were awesome. I cannot wait to read issue 3 and see what it's all about. But yeah, Terrifics is just really cool stuff. Next up we have The Titans Annual number 2. We'll see how this goes with the Titans and the totally smart brain thing and the gorilla. Yeah. And next up we have Trinity number 22. This says finale, so yep, it's the finale. We'll see where it goes. I don't know if that book's continuing. If it is, cool. If not, alright. Next up we have Wonder Woman number 45. Amazon's Attack continues in here. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I've been enjoying it. Wonder Woman, Rucka did a great job. Robinson's been doing a fantastic job after Rucka. It's just good, fun, solid. Wonder Woman stuff. So if you're not checking it out, I would recommend it. And next up we have, and finally, I should say, we have Exo Manowar number 14. I've been really enjoying this run of Exo Manowar. It's really good stuff. The one that ran before is amazing too, so if you haven't checked it out, I would recommend starting there to read it here, but you can start with issue 1 of this series. But I like Exo Manowar a lot. It's just good stuff. I did grab some variants this week, and first up on the variant list is Detective Comics number 979. Grabbed that one there. Justice League had a pretty cool one, so I snagged that one up for issue 29. Of course, Suicide Squad had theirs for issue 40, so I was like, yes. And of course, we have the awesome Wonder Woman variants that we get, and that's it for issue 45. I didn't get the Flash variant because we were shorted, so hopefully I'll get that down the road. If I get it, I'll show it to you guys here. Sorry for you, I'm just tired all of a sudden. I did pick up a graphic novel this week, and that is the Flash Rebirth Deluxe Edition Book 2. This collects issues 14 to 27 of The Flash. So, yep, cool stuff. Can't wait to dive in and reread The Flash in this nice, oversized hardcover format. So, yeah, DC's been doing a good job on those. I really like those. It is also that time of the month. Not that way, that's just rude. But it is the wonderful, wonderful time of the month, and that is for previews. So this is the May previews, issue 356. This is for books on sale in July or later. The difference about this previews is that they've more than one section is out now. So basically, you want to check out previews, you can go to previewsworld.com and look online for free, or you can grab a copy of previews at your local shop, or if your shop is a decent regular shop, they should have a copy of previews and let you peruse through it. But this is what you would order your stuff for. This has comics on one side, and then now they've changed it so that when you flip it, it's all the merchandise and toys and stuff. I'm really curious to... I'm probably going to end up picking up this bad boy, The Man Who Laughs. Oh, so nice. But, yeah. Previews. This is, for those of you who don't know, Marvel is not in this previews. You have to get a separate Marvel previews, so you can check that out and grab it, or you can just get Marvel previews if you just want to check out Marvel books. Image does their Image Plus as well, which is out. This doesn't necessarily contain the stuff to order. Because that's in here, but this has like articles and previews of upcoming, like a couple page previews of upcoming series and stuff. So Image Plus is pretty interesting. There's a witches thing in here. I have no idea what it's for, but it looks like the witches story is in the back of that. I don't know. If it's something that's witches related and I'm not getting it, I'll probably have to get an hardcover. But this is the first month. And this is kind of irritating. This first month that DC is now no longer going to be in previews. DC will have like a page saying, hey, check out the DC previews. But you're going to have to pick up your own copy of DC previews. This is basically the comics, and then the graphic novels, and then the merchandise that DC is putting out. But yeah, it's separate now. So just like Marvel, DC is separate now. I'm not the biggest fan of this. It's really annoying to have to sit there and pick up virtually 4 things to order your comics when it'd just be easier to pick up one thing. You can go to, like I said, previewsworld.com to check that stuff out. If you are a part of a shop that is connected to Comic Hub, you can actually look it up through your Comic Hub as well to see what comes out. This preview should be available now on Comic Hub. So yeah, I normally like looking through the actual catalog, figuring out things, and then ordering it through my Comic Hub app through Comics Conspiracy. So we'll see. But yeah, previews is out. Check it out. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Yeah, we'll see. That's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode number 352, where we talk a lot about Action Comics 1000. So if you're curious about it, check out that episode. There'll be a link in the description below. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with paying our hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting products. So thank you very much to our Patreon backers. It is much appreciated, the support that you give us. There's also a link in the description below for that as well. But, yep, that's pretty much it. I'm going to have to get this video up, and I got a lot more stuff to do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.